car is your last choice.
I know. Yeah. Well,
You have to.
yeah. Okay. I'm just seeing what's going on around here in the parking lot, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people here.
Yeah?
Do you mainly stay here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I move around.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I haven't been here for a little while.
Really? Yeah.
And your name was?
Ron.
I'm Lee. Nice to meet you,
Nice
Ron.
to meet you.
Okay, well, thanks for letting me see your van, your little home here.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
There's a lot of that going around. I see it. I'm sure it's going on everywhere. There's a lot of people getting evicted, but there's hope, and I'm going to talk about that. There's a lot I'm going to talk about in the next few days. So I do have a few stats, just briefly. These are current figures. 582,462 people were experiencing homelessness on a single night in January 2022. Well, Burr, you know, that's in January. Oh my gosh. I did make coffee. It's very early in the morning. It's about 5:30 in the morning. So cheers. Wet my whistle here and put on my glasses. I do want to read this because this was interesting to me. Briefly, on a given night, the homeless services systems provided shelter for 348,000 people. Despite these significant efforts, 40% of people experiencing homelessness live unsheltered, which means their primary nighttime residence is a place not suitable for human habitation. In parentheses, for example, a city sidewalk, a vehicle, abandoned building or park. Significantly, living unsheltered can impact a person's health and safety. Well, that's kind of what I want to talk about right now. Health and safety and living in a vehicle. Well, when your car becomes your last choice, basically, you need to be thankful that you have a car. There are a lot of people homeless who do not have any vehicle to go to. Now, there's shelters they can go to. It's a really hard life. I mean, you know, I'm not going to tell you that it's a hard life. Duh. I mean, that's obvious. You go to the shelter, what they do is you can't go in until a certain time, and you have to be there right at that time. And they make you leave very early, like around right now. They'll make you leave. And so you're kind of walking around, you go to the parks, and you hang out there. But at least you do have a place to sleep. Well, when we have our cars, we do have a place also. We don't have to drive around a lot and waste a lot of gas. The problem is if there's a mechanical issue, if it is parked, it better be parked in a safe place that they're not going to tow it away or ask you to move. And those are few and far between. So my message today is there's hope. There really is hope because you can learn. I'm noticing that in Flagstaff. I see mostly what I see are women. Maybe I don't walk up and approach a male who's in a vehicle. I don't normally want to do that. But the gals are a little bit more talkative, and gotten to know a few of them in Flagstaff. And most of them had to leave. They were evicted. They can't afford a new place. One problem is that they're renovating and remodeling a lot of apartments, and so that it can raise the rent. So what they'll do, if you've been there a while, they will evict you so that they can get in there and clean it up and then raise the rent, you know. So they're hard to find. I'm hearing reports that affordable rent is very hard to find. I've been in my minivan for 6 years, so I haven't really looked at what rents are. Now, I've talked about finding a place, possibly next summer, but we'll see. I don't, everything seems to be on edge. Has anybody noticed that? We're all on edge. We don't know. We think something's going to happen, but we really don't know what's going to happen. There's just this sort of a wave of a feeling going on, and I know y'all are feeling it too. It's unsettling, and it's just a mystery what's going to happen next. And there's all these rumors going around that, this is going to happen. We're not going to have election this year. Oy vey shmia. So there's this unsettling, and people are stressed out because prices keep rising. So I don't really know what's going to happen next summer. I'm going to let the man upstairs, I'm going to let him decide for me where he wants to maneuver me to. So, but right now, I want to mention that there is hope. Here's something else that I'm noticing just over the summer, that some of the gals that I've met, over like a month or two, they've been watching some of us who are more experienced, and they've been asking me questions. Well, they're getting it together. One gal I met, she had to come here, and she basically had to get rid of everything. And she put everything in her minivan. She had a minivan. Thank goodness she had a minivan. And it looks like she just sort of shoved everything in it. Oh my gosh. Well, what I could see, I didn't know. And it was like this whole area. I think she stowed her seats in, but it was filled up to here with things. And the only thing I could see was clothes and purses and shoes. And, hey, it's her life. But I just kind of looked around and we started talking. And I said, well, where do you sleep? So she told me she slept this way across the passenger and the driver's seat. There was just a few things in the passenger seat. And obviously when she went to sleep, she took them out. Okay, so I don't know, I don't think that would be very comfortable. I don't know how she handled the middle of it, but, well, it seems as if we've gotten to know each other just a little bit. I'm pretty busy, so we haven't talked a lot, but I've watched her and I've kind of looked in a little bit, and it seems like she's getting it together. It just takes time. Don't lose heart. It takes time to learn how to do it. If you had to move quickly, you can learn how to do it, and you can start organizing yourself while you're out somewhere. If you find a nice safe place to kind of be during the day and to be at night, eventually, if you see other people, ask questions, and you can start organizing yourself. If you have a little bit of money, go get a storage and go put your stuff in it, and then you can go to the storage every day, pick up what you need, maybe spend some time, you could park there, and maybe spend some time right beside your storage, the pull-out kind that you pull into, and then you can organize some of your things right there. You don't have to carry every bit of food you have with you if you have a storage nearby, wherever you're hanging out at the moment. Because you can go pick up every day, you can go pick up some cans of food that you got stored there, so that you're not so packed in. Just to let you all know, if you haven't been watching me for a while, I've been in my van for 6 years, and I don't have a build out. This is my area here, and I can move around very easily, and I'm not so packed in all the time. So, yeah, this is like my little area. I can relax. But you can go places during the day. If you don't have power stations or solar, what you can do is go to a library or a restaurant that has plug-ins and sit there for a while. And zap up your phones, your laptops, whatever, and you can spend the day there. And, looking at books, reading, getting paper and pencil, get your tablet, and start organize what your next move is. But when living in your car is your last choice, it's not the end of the world. There's a lot of us doing it. There's thousands of us out here living in our vehicles. And we're saving money on rent. If you need extra cash, go get a job. Go get a job. if it's wintertime, you're probably going to be in Arizona or California. There's higher minimum wage. Go get a job at Walmart. Go get a job at Wendy's. Go get a job at McDonald's. You know, in Flagstaff, the minimum wage is $18. Yeah. So if you're working at McDonald's, you're making more than they are maybe in some areas in working at Amazon, doing heavy lifting and heavy work. So if you're going to be on the West Coast, you're going to get higher minimum wage. Now, things are going to be a little more expensive here. For the locals, yeah, they're spending more. When they go to McDonald's, they're going to spend a lot more money. It's just restaurants, everything, storage units, everything is higher in Flagstaff because they've got that minimum wage that happened, I think it was about a year ago. They moved it up. I did go into one restaurant, and on the window, it's still there. It says, because of the Minimum Wage Act in Flagstaff, we're going to put a surcharge of, I think, 13% on your bill. So this is what's going on when you do jack up the minimum wage so high. But I bet, because it's so expensive, I'll bet, and I know rents are expensive here, that a lot of the locals, that's still not enough. But think about this. If you live in your vehicle, in your car, and it was your last choice, you don't have rent to pay, do you? And you don't have to eat at restaurants. You can go to Walmart and buy your own food. I don't find the food at Walmart any higher than maybe in Tucson or Las Vegas or whatever. No, the prices at the Walmarts, I think, are basically the same. I might be wrong on that, but all across the nation, they might be the same. So go to Walmart and get your food, you know? And you can find a lot of food to eat that doesn't have to be refrigerated. You can go once a day and go get your veggies. So next I want to talk about your health. When living in your car is your last choice, and it even said it in there, and I agree with it. If you don't have yourself organized living in your car, your van, when I say car, it's a vehicle. You know, it can be unhealthy if you don't have things going on. So there's a lot of tips, and I think we're coming up to a point where there will be more and more and more and more people that their last choice is living in a vehicle. And there may be more and more people who don't have a vehicle or have lost their vehicle. They can't afford it anymore. They've taken out loans on it and they're being repossessed. There's all kinds of things going on, very sad things going on out there. So, but for now, and I think I would like to address that. You know, what it's like. I've lived in Tucson for 40 years. I know what's going on with the homeless population there. I mean, I'm not like really in it, but I'm aware, and I've talked to a few, where they go, what do they do when they don't even have a vehicle? Well, there's a lot in Tucson, and they're on foot. But if you have a vehicle, there's a lot of things you can do to stay healthy. Now, you're going to have to, first of all, you're going to have to get yourself a pee bucket. If you're a gal, you need wide mouth container. If you're a guy, you can use a smaller, because you got the hose, you can use a smaller opening. And you're going to need to get a bucket with bags so that you can, to do number 2, okay? Well, or if you are parked near someplace with a bathroom, use that. Or if you got the gas money, drive to a place where you can use their facilities. So, yeah. So you got to stay healthy. Okay, so how are you going to stay clean? Get a membership. If you're in a city, get a membership at Planet Fitness so you can take your showers. Now, you don't always have to do that. You could use your bucket to put your head into and wash it. Put a towel down. You're going to need water. You're going to need some containers for water. You're going to need to carry water with you. And you can also use tea tree oil. I carry tea tree oil, and I wash my face. And then in a collapsible bucket, I put 5 drops of this in and then wash my body up and down. So, yeah. I will mention, let me put that away properly. I will mention I have not washed my hair in 3 weeks. I'm going to wash it today, but I haven't washed my hair in 3 weeks. What I've been doing is using my tea tree oil again really religiously at night. Wash my face with my face cleanser, and then I put the drops in and I wash up, down, all around before I go to bed. It's very healthy. You need to be brushing your teeth every, 2-3 times a day. Keep your face clean. Keep your hands clean. Wipes are your friends. I go to Walmart and get my wipes in a spray bottle. I used to have vinegar in here, but now I put a little bit of rubbing alcohol in here, and it just kills germs a little bit better. So there are ways that you can stay healthy. Very important. You don't want your health to go down. You need to be cleaning your vehicle, which, like I said, could be your last choice. Yeah. There's a lot of us out here that did it on purpose, but we might be coming to a point where it might be necessary that we stay out here. That might be my case. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. If you're following me, you'll know where I'm at and what I'm doing. So there, when living in your car is your last choice, it's a hard choice and it's very sad, and you're going to go through a lot of emotions up and down for a while. But eventually you're going to start enjoying it, I guarantee it, and you're going to start learning and you're going to start organizing. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I do. It's very cold today. And, fall is here. And I've got 2 black neck gaiters on. Now, I want you to go to minivanlee.com, and I do have neck gaiters. I've got a sale going on. There's different colors, but winter's coming. And what happens is it keeps air from going down into under my hoodie here. It's a new hoodie. Do you like it? The Grand Canyon. I spent time at the Grand Canyon. So, yeah, tonight I am going to go wash my hair and primp a little bit, okay? I'll let you know about that. I love you guys. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way. And it will get you from A to Z. It'll help organize you. Now, even if this was your last choice and you're in your vehicle, I would get the book anyways, because it's going to give you all the tips of how to get yourself in gear and organize yourself while you're in your vehicle. So, till tomorrow, everybody. Bye. You like it?
5 years with my dog.
Oh, I've been 6. All right. Can I take a peek?